So, I hear this all the time. Why do I need an emergency fund? I've got a credit card with a high limit, that's my safety net. And honestly, that might be one of the most expensive pieces of financial advice I've ever heard. It's a myth that sets you up for financial disaster, turning a small hiccup into a mountain of high-interest debt that can take years, even decades, to climb out of. It's like saying you don't need a fire extinguisher because you have the fire department's number. By the time you need it, the damage is already done and getting way more expensive. This way of thinking is just one of the 5 major money traps that are silently, and sometimes not so silently, draining your bank account every single month. These are the subtle mistakes that seem harmless on the surface, but are costing you thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Alright, let's smash this first myth to pieces. The idea that savings are optional if you have access to credit is a trap, plain and simple. People think, hey, I've got a $10,000 limit on my Visa, if my car breaks down or I have a medical bill, I'll just swipe the card, and deal with it later. It sounds convenient, it sounds easy, but it's the financial equivalent of quicksand. You're taking a temporary problem and turning it into a long-term, high-interest nightmare that actively works against you. Let's run the numbers on this because that's where the reality really hits you. Imagine your transmission goes out. It's a $3,000 repair bill. You don't have the cash, so you put it on a credit card with a pretty standard 22% APR. If you only make the minimum payment, which might be around $90 a month to start, you're not just paying back $3,000. You'll be paying on that debt for over 11 years. And the total cost? You'll end up paying almost $3,600 in interest alone. Your $3,000 problem just became a $6,600 problem. That's more than double the original cost, all because you relied on debt instead of savings. Now, let's talk about the second trap. Mismanaging high-interest debt. This is for everyone who has a credit card balance. This is for anyone with a personal loan. This is for anyone with any other debt with a double-digit interest rate. The myth: making minimum payments means you're fine. You're current. No late fees. So what's the problem? Minimum payments are a trap designed by lenders. They're calculated to keep you in debt as long as possible, maximizing interest. Making only minimum payments is like bailing a sinking boat with a teaspoon. You're trying, but the water comes in faster than you can bail. Interest is the water. It accrues daily and compounds against you. Quick math: $10,000 at 20% APR. Minimum payment: 2%, $200. Paying $200 a month or borrow over 27 years to clear the debt, and you'll pay about $12,700 in interest on top of the $10,000. You paid more in interest than the stuff you bought. This is how people stay broke. Money flows to card companies, not you. Chapter 3. This next one is maybe the most subtle, but it's also the most powerful money trap on this list. It's the belief that you'll start investing later. I'll start when I get a raise. I'll start when I have more money saved up. I'll start when I know more about the stock market. It sounds responsible, right? Waiting until you're ready. But the truth is, every single day you wait to invest, you are losing your most valuable asset: time. And time is the magic ingredient in the recipe for wealth. The reason time is so critical is because of compound interest. This is where your money starts making money, and then the money that your money made starts making its own money. The longer your money has to compound, the more dramatic the growth becomes. It's not a linear process, it's an exponential one. Let's look at a real-world example. Investor A starts investing $300 a month at age 25. She does this for just 10 years, and then stops completely. By age 35, she has invested a total of $36,000. Now, let's say her investments grow at an average of 9% per year. Chapter 4. Alright, this fourth money trap is one that gets almost everybody, even people who think they're good with money. It's called lifestyle inflation, or lifestyle creep. This is the tendency to increase your spending as your income increases. You get a raise, and you immediately think, great, now I can afford a nicer car, a bigger apartment, more expensive dinners. But here's the problem. When your lifestyle inflates with your income, you're never actually getting ahead. You're just raising the bar for your monthly expenses, which means you're still living paycheck to paycheck, just a more expensive version. You make $50,000 a year and you feel broke. You make $80,000 a year and you still feel broke. Your savings rate, the percent you put away, stays the same or goes down. You're trading future financial freedom for a slightly better present. Upgrading your car lease from $300 to $500 a month, instead of investing that extra $200. Chapter 5. We've arrived at the final, and in my opinion, one of the most painful money traps to watch people fall into. This is the mistake of either not contributing to your retirement accounts at all, or worse, contributing but not enough to get the full employer match. The myth here is a familiar one. Retirement is so far away, I can worry about it later. I need the money now. What people don't realize is that by doing this, they are literally, and I mean literally, turning down a 100% return on their money. Many companies, especially larger ones, offer a 401k match or a 403b match as part of their benefits package. A common formula is that the company will match 100% of your contributions up to a certain percentage of your salary, say 3% to 5%. So if you make $60,000 a year and your company matches up to 5%, that means if you contribute 5% of your salary, $3,000 a year, your company will put an additional $3,000 into your account for you, for free. There is nowhere else in the world you can find a guaranteed risk-free, 100% return on your investment. If you choose not to contribute enough to get that full match, you are taking money that your employer has allocated for you, money that is part of your total compensation package, and you are telling them, no thanks, you can keep it. The immediate loss is bad enough, but the long-term opportunity cost is absolutely devastating. For just 1 year missed, that $3,000 could have grown to over $61,000 by retirement. Outro. And there you have it. The 5 money traps that are quietly sabotaging your financial future, and more importantly, the simple actionable steps you can take to escape them for good. Build a real emergency fund so you're not reliant on high-interest debt. Creating a strategic plan to eliminate that debt. Harnessing the incredible power of compound interest by starting to invest early. Controlling lifestyle inflation to widen the gap between what you earn and what you spend. And finally, grabbing every single dollar of free money your employer offers. These aren't just tips, they are fundamental shifts. Each fix builds on the last. Defense with an emergency fund, offense by attacking debt and investing for the long term. Being intentional with every dollar. Financial independence is a series of small, smart decisions over time. You now have the playbook. Avoid the traps and take action. Pick one of these, just one, and implement the fix today. You'll thank yourself for it later.